Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Empaths. Victims often fail to understand that the narcissist does struggle in life without you. You see, life without you, the narcissist can't handle. And the main reason for this is because from when you met the narcissist involved in your life, throughout the whole duration, they used you as a mechanism to increase their value. It didn't really increase their value, but they thought that they were building themselves up. They were building themselves up off the back of you. You see, a lot of the times they were broken when they first met you. You helped repair them. You helped fix them. You see, you were a real supportive structure to them. So as time proceeds and the devaluation starts to come out, they start to push you down, right, and devalue you. And yes, they actually start to view you as you're less than them. They get an inflated sense of self. They believe they're on another level. I did mention value, but it's all illusionary value. They actually believe that, that they deserve more or they deserve better. And this is what they set out to do, right? And they can cause an ending of the relationship by discarding you or reverse discarding you or becoming so toxic in nature that you have to cut them off. But regardless of how it ended, you see, the dynamic shifted, When they first met you, they knew you was on another level, right? They knew that you were different. They knew that you were special. And they probably love bombed you in that way to make you feel that kind of way. And it's called baiting because they were actually using, things that were actually present in you, with a hidden motive and a hidden agenda. So maybe your character or your aura, or even the way you look. And they use these positive traits or characteristics that you had about yourself and use them against you. But they did know that they wasn't on your level when they first encountered you, you see. But as time proceeds and the unmasking of the narcissist happens and their nasty streaks of behavior come out, they begin putting you down and getting this inflated sense of self, growing out of all proportion. And they basically result in thinking that they can get this type of treatment anywhere they go. You see, what they fail to realize is they built themselves up off you. You were the supportive structure that made them feel this way. You were the supportive structure that helped them get to this position. Like I mentioned, many of them were broken. Many of them were caught up on their past relationships. Many of them they honestly, a lot of them tried their best to heal through you. Healing through another person doesn't work, but that's how narcissists get on with their lives. And a lot of these narcissists that are involved in your lives from their broken past actually, tried their best to heal through you, and you helped and supported them and was there for them and loved them and was kind for them. And they get to that point where they become conditioned, thinking that they can get this treatment anywhere they go, right? And it's not until they lose you, right? And that's why you need to be totally out of their life for them to get this realization, right? For them to get the realization that they can't handle life without you, you need to be out of their life for good. If you have children with them, then the next best option that you can do, which is just equally as powerful, is, communicate with them through apps, parallel parenting. Don't communicate through them by phone. Don't communicate by text. Don't communicate by social media. Don't communicate by email. Communicate with the parallel parenting apps and meet in neutral locations when you exchange the child. And literally keep all conversations about the child and nothing else, right? That's the best form of no contact that you can go when you have children with a narcissist. But unless you have a child with a narcissist, then there's not really many reasons why you should still be in contact with them, right? And you need to back away and let them get on with their lives, right? They've made their decision to discard you or reverse discard you or become so toxic you have to cut them off. They made their decision to go in life this way. They had the intentions that they're better than you, that they began looking down at you, and they forgot all of the, because they're selfish, right? They forgot all of the things that you've done for them to help build them up and get them to the position that they're at. So when you go, leave it a little while, and that is when the realization will kick in for them, and they'll realize they can't handle life without you. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Help with the algorithm, just like this video is showing up for you. Help it show up for someone else in the community that it may be of benefit to. Remember, if you'd like a one-to-one session myself, you can always reach out and book a one-to-one session with me with the link in the description box. So remember, they're at this point, you know, the relationship's ended. You've gone east, they've gone west, and they're excited. They think they're going to have this new lease of life. And very quickly and very rapidly, they've lost their supportive network, their supportive structure, which was you. They've lost that foundation that you was there for them. You were someone to lean on. You know, they've lost that. And they're very vulnerable without having that you by their side, you see. And they begin to get with new suppliers and in new relationships with these new suppliers. And these new suppliers are often very toxic as well, or narcissists, and they don't have good intentions for the narcissist. So, you know, the narcissist that was involved in your life is not exempt from being used and abused by these new suppliers, right? This can happen to them. And the narcissist will begin to realize that they can't handle life without you. You see, life's actually a struggle without you. And your absence makes the heart grow fonder, and you not being involved in their life, not communicating with them, makes them remember all of the things that you've done for them that they took for granted. You see? Now, this isn't a heartfelt moment like, you know, like they're feeling bad and stuff like that. They're just feeling sorry for themselves, that they no longer have you as a support, you as someone to keep them safe, you as someone, you know, it's not a heartfelt moment where they feel bad and guilty for the way they treated you. So you shouldn't let this, when they reach this point, that you let them back into your life, because it will just be a repeat cycle all over again. But they realize that without having you by their side, you know, life's very difficult. Life is hard without having you in it. And they remember all of the things that you've done for them, all of the things that went unnoticed, all of the things, because you've done so much. You've done so much for them. And all of these things, and even qualities about yourself, you know, your morals and your decent nature, you know, all of these things become more apparent because they're with toxicity, right? And they come to this realization that they can't handle life without you. Some of you will experience hoovers. You need to stay strong when you experience a hoover. Some of them will try and bait you into a reaction, even a negative reaction, to try and garner supply from you, or provoke you from a distance. You know, they'll resort to any types of behavior to try and lure you back in. Some of them will even do, you know, a reverse hoover by staying silent, acting like they're living the best life, you know, glorifying the new supply, making out they're living a wonderful life, hoping this encourages you to reach out to them or to chase after them, you know, or make you jealous. You need to see these all tactics done by the narcissist that are involved in your life. But it is a struggle for them without you in their life. And you have to remember your value, you know. You have to remember your value and how much you're worth and how much good you bring to people's lives, right? A lot of you forget that, you know, there's so much that you bring to an individual's life. A genuine person will reciprocate this. The narcissist used you. The narcissist took you for granted. The narcissist was selfish. And now that they discarded you or reverse discarded you or become so toxic, and they thought they could go on with their life. You know, if you cut them off, they thought they could go on with their life. However it ended, they thought they could go on their life and they'll be okay. And that's a tough pill for them to swallow when they realize they can't actually do it. You see, they are dependent upon you. They become accustomed to the way that you used to treat them, to the supply source you used to give them. And it's very hard for them to shake that remembrance. Some of you were involved with these people for decades, right? And it doesn't really matter how long you was involved with them. It's the impact that the chosen one and the empath makes on the life of the narcissist. It's something that's not forgotten easily, right? You won't be forgotten. They'll always remember you, and you need to make sure that you stay out of their life and keep a safe distance and let them suffer the consequences of their actions. So anyway, thanks for listening today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you want to donate, you don't have to, but if you'd like to support the channel, you can. Links in the description box below. For more narcissism-based content, check out our other channel, links in the description box. Please visit the forums. One of them is Tips to Heal, and I'd love to find out what helps you on your journey. Please book a healing session with me if you need advice or some light shed on your situation. The Empath Monthly group meeting is coming up at the end of the month. Limited space is available. There's a WhatsApp group for survivors to stay in touch. I'm also doing email consultations if you need a plan of action. The links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. If you'd like to know more about every day the narcissist does this because you're the one who got away, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.